Well, while we retweet this, welcome to the podcast.
Yes. Welcome, smoky days and smoky nights.
Yeah. My name is David.
And I'm Jeff.
And I don't see our live stream yet. So
Nor do I.
It says it's streaming.
There it goes.
Oh, look at that. Quote tweet. We are live or living. I don't know. Well, thanks for joining today. We've got lots of fun stories to talk about today.
We do.
But before we do, you should like and subscribe. Because we're awesome, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. So what are we going to talk about today? Talk about maybe Trump?
Maybe.
What about a coin, maybe? SCOTUS, possibly? Some fires are happening. And something
What's your
to
birthright?
do with BAM.
And BAM. And BAM.
All right.
And a thing called 2A.
That's important. 2A is important.
2A.
Did I not get the right thing open? Probably not. Yeah.
So I don't know if you all know, but Trump did a speech last night.
Yeah, he did.
And he talked and he talked and he
and
talked.
I should probably find that actual speech.
And we can put it up later. We'll find it later, but you can find it easy.
It actually wasn't that long.
Compared to normal, you're right. It wasn't that long. He normally can, that guy, man, he can talk for hours, literally.
There you go. I found it. There you go.
Yeah. So, anyhow, gave a speech talking about, guess what? The 2020 election and a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Because he did ramble a bit.
He did. He did ramble a little bit.
He talked about a bunch of other things in the 2020 election and the proof.
So he didn't say a whole lot in the speech about what evidence they had.
Right.
Because honestly, it's hard to talk about the evidence you have in a speech and people pay attention.
Well, one of the things he did talk about, though, was out of the 4 of the red states that turned their voter rolls over to the DOJ to look at, they found 250,000 and change people that either were illegals or
deceased,
didn't vote properly or dead.
Oh, yeah.
So the 3 things, they were like not in that state and they voted in that state, things like that. So they, and that's out of 4 states of the red states. Of course, they didn't get any information from the blue states, and they didn't get any information from the blue-red states like Idaho and Utah. And so it's pretty amazing. They also have found that Georgia asked for, I think it was 1 million more. No, it was 100,000 more ballots with no envelopes to be printed. So what is the indication there that they're going to do?
Yeah, and here's Mark Williams-Mullen talking about it a little bit more. So we'll add those as well.
Yeah, and that's the one with the 250,000 and change people they found in the 4 red states. Sorry, and so it's pretty. And it looks like they have documents that show that the CIA and the FBI and the DOJ under Obama knew about most of this and
hid it on purpose.
Put it in burn bags for I think it was the FBI, the CIA. So it's pretty. We really need to see people go into prison.
We do. We may or may not. And the other big thing that was pointed out is what was the main person trying to influence our election? What
Yes,
country?
China. Yep. And so he showed that China had access to pretty much every freaking
voter record,
and to a lot of states' voting machines.
Well, in addition, they were caught sending fake IDs in for their
20,000 fake IDs went into Minnesota
to vote.
Yeah, straight from China.
So,
and then the other thing that should be mentioned about this is the traditional media TV stations refused to cover it.
Oh yeah, it was ABC, NBC,
and CBS, and CNN. And
CNN covered it, but they didn't show the speech.
They didn't cover it. They sit there and lied about it, protected their butts. And so that they need to have their, anytime a president speaks, it should be news.
It should be, whether you like the president or not.
Correct. It's just you should have the opportunity to not watch it. I
Yeah.
remember watching, growing up, all the TV stations carried anytime this president would speak.
Yep.
Didn't matter who it was.
Correct.
Didn't matter if it was Carter. Didn't matter if it was Reagan. Didn't matter anything. They'd cover it, and they'd have it on, and they may blather over it a little bit, but the speech is on,
Yeah.
and this is pretty sad.
Yeah, and so this is Mark Wayne. This is his detailed
Yep.
of the 250 non-citizens registered to vote. And you're wrong. This is actually from California, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
But they didn't get the
Nevada.
rolls from California.
They got some information. Like you said, they don't have all the information.
Yeah, they don't have the information, so I didn't think it was California.
They've gotten some information.
Yeah.
The other thing is
Trump instructed the Postal Service
to not essentially give out mail-in ballots unless there's voter ID, something like that, right?
No, it's unless there is a trackable barcode on each envelope that can be tracked from source to destination.
Just a tracking number.
It's a barcode that has to be on there,
Yep.
right? And
Well, I mean, that's for most.
and if they
mail-in
don't
anymore.
have it on there,
Mm-hmm.
the USPS, which Trump is the executive over it,
Yes, yes.
he has instructed them not to deliver them.
Correct, unless they have the barcodes.
Yes,
Makes sense. So what happened is a lower court, of course,
correct.
put an injunction on that order, and this
That was overturned by the DC
DC
Circuit.
circuit
Yep.
overturned it, which is a little surprising, but also not that surprising because he's in charge.
Right. I mean, it's a little surprising because of who did it, but at the same time, it was like a duh. He's
Correct.
the chief executive of that. Yeah. So anyhow,
Yeah, and then there was this fun post by Olive Garden.
yes.
So
So-
apparently they have a pass. I don't know how. Do you know where the pass came from?
I don't.
I didn't look into it, but apparently you can get a pass for never-ending pasta.
Eh.
Guess what you have to show when you use it?
Yeah. A valid government issued ID.
And so there's been lots of jokes, but like Stephen Miller said, we've reached a point in society where access to fettuccine at Olive Garden is vastly more secure than deciding who commander-in-chief of the country is.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. So.
So you better not use a fake ID at Olive Garden. They'll get after you.
It's funny too is they only issued it. I'm looking off the side there. They only issued 10,000 passes nationwide, and they've all been sold now. They must have had some money attached to them. It must have been.
Look it up there.
Yeah, it must have been some pretty. Doesn't say how much there. It must have been some pretty expensive. Let's see what it says. Passport.
We're going to look into it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be there because it's sold out.
We'll get there. We need to know how much it costs to get unlimited pasta. All right.
But anyhow, it's quite funny. There's been a lot of various and sundry. It's just $100. It's a flat fee that gives you 13 weeks. Okay. 13 weeks of unlimited sauces, protein toppings, never-ending soup,
No wonder it's
salad, and
sold out.
breadsticks. I'd have bought it.
I know
if
there's
I'd
a
have
lot of
known.
people who hate on Olive Garden because it's not real Italian food.
Right.
But it's good enough
Shoot, I'd have bought it
for $100.
for $100 for 13 weeks.
Gosh.
Go once a week.
No wonder you have to show photo ID.
Yeah, you go once a week and you've quadrupled that number.
Oh yeah. All right, so that's our story from Trump. Trump's address. Not a lot going on there. What I think he's doing, and we'll get to Iran later. I think he's working on perspective shift, because for the last 10 years, I don't know. I guess it's only been like 5 years that the left-wing media has been trying to make Trump out to be this crazy person for thinking election fraud exists.
Yep.
And so what he's working on is he's trying to change the view of, no, it does exist. And if you can get enough U.S. citizens to believe that there's a possibility it exists, then you have more political willpower to do things about it. And so with the defunding of USAID,
They lost a lot of
doesn't seem to be a lot of pushback right now.
Correct. So we'll
Let
see
me
what
ask
happens.
you a question. Where are all the riots?
I know. Have you noticed since USAID is not funded? We haven't
Where'd
had a
all the
riot.
riots go?
No.
I guess they don't have any money for brick loads or, pallets of bricks anymore.
It's sad.
So I think that's part of it is they're realizing the funding's dried up in a lot of areas, and so they can start to begin to shape the narrative.
Yeah.
And that takes a little bit, and he's got
A few months.
about a month and a half to 2 months before they really need to hit hard if they want to do any big things before the midterms. And I think they're going. He said he doesn't care, but he does care. As I think he doesn't care in that.
It doesn't affect him personally.
That and the elections themselves don't matter as much as the systems around the elections.
Yeah.
So I think he's working on a whole lot of things. But we're gonna listen to a little video here from this guy. You may have heard of him. He's Marco Rubio. He's a fun guy.
I've been happy. I've said this before, shocked at how good he's been.
All right. Hopefully audio works. Audio doesn't work, and give me just a second, and I'll fix the audio because I forgot to fix it earlier. There we go. Audio will work now. I bet you.
This is a distinctive and unique evil. It has always been driven by a hatred, above all else, a hatred for civilization itself.
Communism.
It is a revolt of the worst against the best, a revolt of the weak and the cowardly against the strong and the good. It is perpetrated by those who cannot build, who cannot create, who cannot achieve great things, and take their revenge upon the world for their own inadequacy by seeking to destroy those who can. This is what radical leftism is. It may wear various different slogans and ideologies across place and time. They can call themselves anti-capitalist or anti-imperialist or communist or anarchist or Marxist, but the fundamental character is always the same. It's always the same. It is a poisonous resentment cloaked in the language of equality and justice and liberation, an overwhelming need to tear down what greater men have built, to wreck what is beautiful and what is right on behalf of people who are only filled with ugliness and have nothing else to offer the world. Through violence,
you guys can
terror.
listen to the rest of it. We don't need to listen to this, but it's more than 3 minutes.
Long.
We have a clip.
Okay. This is
just a clip.
Okay.
But it's about, I think, 45 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to listen to the whole one.
So it's a real
but he
speech.
Does a really good job at breaking down.
Yeah.
This whole Marxist bullcrap that is being pushed right now.
Communist, whatever you want to call it, just like he said, doesn't matter what you call it. Leftism doesn't matter. What is the thing in the Democrat Party now? DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America. Doesn't matter what you call it. Socialism. It's politics of envy.
It is. It's a victim mentality.
Yeah. And so he does a really good job, even in this clip. And then there's 3 or 4 clips around there that you can find of him. And then watch the speech. It's well worth a watch because whoever wrote this speech did a fantastic job.
Yeah, and he delivered it well.
Yes, he did.
But I think people need to be educated on the negative effects to themselves because most people are self-interested because we are all naturally sinful and selfish. That being a victim and having a victim mentality is actually against your own self-interest.
Right.
It is self-destructive. It destroys your own self-worth, well-being, everything about yourself. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to control what you can, and that is yourself and the things you can do. You can't control what other people think of you. You can't control what other people do to you. All you can do is if a bad situation happens to you, because they will happen, is you're like, that sucked. We're going to find a way through because I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
And then it makes you stronger. It makes you more capable. And it just generally makes you a better person.
Yep.
So it's important to have better perspective.
It is. Absolutely is. So
I thought it was an important thing to bring up.
Well, our education system has failed miserably on this.
Well, it's failed in 2 main ways. One, yes, it has failed at educating our children and people on the failures of socialism,
communism, all of the
Marxism,
isms, all of the isms.
Yes, but the part 2 of that is also failed our students in teaching them that they are victims.
Yeah. Bad philosophy affects lots of things.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about our favorite story. Everyone loves it so much. It's probably everything that everyone ever wants to talk about.
And can we sing the intro to it?
Bomb, 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 Iran.
Oh.
Yep. So we may be
Bomb Iran.
bombing Iran.
So they have actually blown up a whole bunch of stuff this week that, like roads and bridges.
Mm-hmm. They are military targets.
Yeah. And they have this time really severely, I think, put more of a hurt on Iran than they have before.
Yes, they did.
Because they cut the delivery lines of everything in a lot of areas. Not everywhere. They've been very selective where they've been bombing. So they bombed the bridge going over to one of the islands. They bombed the railway going to, and so they've been selective.
They're segmenting the country.
Yeah. And so, and then according to what I read as well, they've actually killed one more of their leaders.
Yes, they did. Yep.
He said, "You guys don't know where I'm at." Israel on Twitter replied, "Oh, yeah, we do."
And then he died. Having good intelligence is very important in war. So you want to hear my conspiracy theory about what Trump and his team, because it's not always just Trump.
Yeah.
He is smart, but he also has a very intelligent team around him. What the whole thing with negotiating Iran was about.
Tell us.
So there's a bunch of conservative people who are like, you can't negotiate with Iran. You can't trust Iran. Why would you accept anything if they say blah,
Correct.
blah, 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 blah.
It's kind of proven themselves, though.
Yeah, but it's really simple. You play the good guy.
And
you get the world's support on your side.
And he has.
And that's literally all it was about.
Oh, did you hear today? Iran sent an intercontinental missile to Saudi Arabia to bomb Saudi Arabia. So if Saudi Arabia wasn't mad at him before.
And this is part of what we were talking about with the election integrity stuff is
maybe
in politics, you have to control perception.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to do things a little bit slower than you would like to get perception changed on your side. And that's what he did with Iran. People were very mad at him for starting the war with Iran. And he was like, okay, fine, we'll get it solved. And he did. He got the Strait of Hormuz open. He got oil prices down. He got a peace agreement with them. And then what did they do?
They violated all of it. Well, he's had, I don't know how many ceasefires through this, too.
Yeah, but he got
and they violated the ceasefire.
He got a memorandum of understanding.
Yeah, but
he got a couple weeks of not a whole lot of activity.
Yep.
The U.S. didn't do anything, and then they started
shooting it again.
Shooting
everybody
at ships, at other countries, all these things. And so it became easy. Two things. One, I think a lot of the country is bored of it. And two, because the rest of the countries in the area are on Trump's side, it's really hard for the mainstream media to be like, no, Iran's right. When
everybody's on their side. Yeah.
They're the ones who decided to break the ceasefire.
They're the ones that bombed Saudi Arabia today.
So you should learn
bizarrely
stuff from this. You need to understand how to control perception and do it in a truthful manner, but it's important. So here's the other thing. Did you see how much did oil prices increase once the bombing of Iran started again?
I don't think they went up at all.
They did. They went from 70 to like 75 to almost 80.
But that's probably within the margin of variation anyway.
Why? Because no one cares anymore.
Right.
Like the markets don't care anymore.
The markets don't care.
And so gas prices shouldn't go up that much.
Yeah.
And honestly, as we continue working on production with Venezuela and these other countries, this should probably continue to come down. But what do you think is going to happen in Iran? How long do you think we're going to be there bombing them?
If they take out, they've got to really concentrate, from what I can tell, on the IRGC's leadership. If they're able to take out that leadership more effectively and get rid of more of them, I think it would just collapse on itself and stop.
It's close to, and you can tell it's close to because there was a faction that wanted to negotiate, and then there was the faction that didn't.
Right.
And so there's been some infighting. And so I don't think Trump is ever going to put boots on the ground in Iran because
I
that would
hope
be
not.
very unpopular.
Yeah.
Also, Iran is a very large country. It's very large. So getting, he's trying to do what he did in Venezuela and get a leadership team that is willing to negotiate.
Yep.
In
Absolutely.
good faith.
Yes, in good faith.
So it's probably going to be a while. I hope not. I hope it's like a couple months because there's only the people who are cultish fanatics, meaning they're so mentally brainwashed that they can't see reality, that would keep it going to hurt their own interests.
And that's what I'm saying. I think it's the RGC heads too, because I don't think the mullahs are in charge of anything anymore. Who are left? And so we'll see. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing for the people of Iran, which we need to concentrate on too.
It's not, but their government wasn't good to them either.
It's
So
horrible.
it's not really, I wouldn't say it's better now, but it's not also worse.
Right.
Which is weird. So this next story is super exciting. Man, I am excited. Aren't you excited about it? You're ecstatic. You're going to buy a whole stack, aren't you?
I might buy a whole stack. Absolutely.
The Trump coin.
Yes. A $1 gold, supposedly. Now, I couldn't find out if it was gold plated.
It's gold plated.
Is it? Okay.
There's no way in the world it's $1 and not.
Well, $1 at one point was a weight of gold and a weight of silver.
I'm aware, but that would have to be really small to be worth $1 in pure gold.
Do you know what the $10 gold coin was? It was about that big.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, it was teeny.
So this has got to be gold plated.
And so, yes, but you can evidently buy you a $1 gold.
I might buy some just for fun.
Give one to your kids, each one of your kids, so that they have something. Yeah. Yeah.
Plus,
why not?
It's also a bit of a troll.
It is.
To the people who hate him. And
maybe we could make
someone did a
belt buckles out of them.
You could.
You know, and those...
someone did a comparison to try to figure out what image they used for the picture.
Okay.
And their guess was they used his mugshot image.
That's what I was thinking too, because I saw it and I thought, man, that looks like his mugshot.
And so it's even more of a troll.
You could do earrings for women.
Oh, you could. You could buy two.
Yes.
And then, big earrings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, when people get unnecessarily upset about things, it makes me want to do them more. So TDS makes me...
We all...
want to just irritate them with it because, look, he's on the $1 coin.
Get a hoop earring, big hoop earring.
And you slip it right in the middle.
And then put a little thing in there so that they spin inside the hoop earring.
Yeah, spinners. Yeah, that'd
and
be
so
nice.
that they would flash, and so it would attract attention to the hoop earrings. See, I ought to be a designer of...
I'm not so sure that you should be the designer, but...
Earrings.
Yeah. All right. On to some more serious news. SCOTUS. There's some different interesting things happening here.
That one's not SCOTUS. That one's
SCOTUS.
So Trump has announced...
This was a little while ago, but I thought it was worth bringing up.
Yep.
That he's intending to seek to have the Supreme Court rehear the Birthright citizenship case, which he's allowed to do.
Yep.
He just has to have one justice sponsor it.
Correct.
And this is where we're going to talk about.
And after
Amy Coney
Barrett. After her.
So this right here. Yep. So she in her term before the Dobbs decision, she was voting 81% with conservative justices. After the Dobbs ruling, it's only 55%.
Okay, what happened in the Dobbs ruling?
Lots and lots of death threats.
And Brett Kavanaugh had an assassin go to his house, sent by the left.
So I'm of two minds, and women are different than guys because they generally fold to pressure differently. Some don't. There's this great plaque in the Wyoming Capitol, I think it is. I don't know. We've stopped at one of the capitals all the way through. It was hilarious because this lady was the mayor of a town, and she cleaned up the town. She literally beat the crap out of guys like there are tough women out there who know how to do the right thing
Sure.
and aren't scared of people. She doesn't seem to be that one.
She seems shocked. In her testimony before the Congress, she seemed where she was asking her and somebody else, I don't remember which of the other justice was, the other women justice, they were asking for $150 million.
I know who you're talking about.
They were asking for, I think, $150 million more dollars.
Jean Jackson Brown or whatever.
Could have been, I don't know. I just remember. They were asking for, I think, $150 million for increased security.
Which I'm fine with, honestly. I am fine with increased security.
But what she testified to is she's terrified, and her children are terrified. That's not good.
It's not, but she also, there's been rumblings from her staffers that she was very surprised at the billboards selling birthright citizenship.
Yeah, because, explain what that was, because you just dropped it, and there's a lot of people that probably didn't see what happened.
I'll try to look up. You go ahead.
Okay, so we found there's at least a few hospitals in the United States on the southern border that have purchased billboards in Mexico saying, come over to the U.S., pop your baby out, you'll be a citizen, and we're only going to charge you $4,000. Where if an American citizen went in, it'd be 10, 8, some at least double.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and add this to our list of stories for them.
And so she was shocked when she saw this, according to, and so maybe she will rethink her decision to join the liberals in this case. We don't know, and it probably won't happen.
What I'm hoping, and this is a hope because it may not, I would say it's got a 10 to 15% likelihood of happening, is that if they beef up security to make her feel more safe,
she'll be more likely to stand up for what she should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is sad because that's why generally men are better in positions of power, because they're less likely to fold under pressure. And it's often because they're a little bit too arrogant and prideful, which can be a bad thing, but it can be a good thing sometimes too. Yeah. A certain amount of stubbornness in the right direction is very good.
Yep. Especially standing for what is right.
Yeah. And women seem to have a harder time with that. In that same vein with legal stuff, we've had some pretty good wins with 2A.
Yes, Second Amendment, yeah.
This is one recently. So this judge wrote it a dissident, and it was related to, there's been several bad rulings recently at lower court levels.
District courts, yep.
And he essentially was like, can the Supreme Court just, like what they were doing with the universal injunctions, can they just come in and just slap these people down?
Yeah.
Because this is just dumb.
Yeah, because
it's a waste of the taxpayers' money. It's a waste of everyone's time because it's already been ruled on.
Yeah. And they're ignoring the ruling is what they're doing.
So but we've had some really good rulings with suppressors, with
New Jersey's
ban.
Gun ban was just
Do I have? No, I don't have that.
It was just struck down.
Yeah.
By the district court there as well.
See, what I'm surprised by is there's not
because it was their semi-automatic assault rifle, whatever the heck that is, ban, and large capacity magazines of over 10 rounds. If you ever hear anybody use that, they're full of crap. They don't know what they're talking about. Yes. That is the standard capacity magazines.
Yeah, large capacity is like 500.
Yes, is the big drums.
Those are fun.
They are fun, but it's also like every one goes out 50 cents. 50
yeah, you're just spending money.
But so they struck that down as it's against the Second Amendment.
It is.
Truly is.
What I'm surprised about that the SCOTUS hasn't done or Congress hasn't done is there's a bunch of interstate commerce issues with 2A.
Correct.
And one of them is, where was it? There's a lady arrested. Oh. She was in one city. She had a concealed firearm. It was valid interstate. And she was just barely drove into another state for 5 seconds, got pulled over, and was arrested and thrown in jail.
Maryland is horrible for that. There's it's the freeway that runs north to south from Virginia all the way up through Maryland and blah, 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 all the way up. And that's repeated every year.
And instead of just saying, "Can you just turn around and go home?" Because she literally just passed
the
across
worst part
border.
about the Maryland thing is Maryland is about 10
yeah.
miles wide right
yeah,
there.
it is.
And you can get stopped in that 10-mile wild thing, and you're fine in Pennsylvania and you're fine in Virginia, but you're not fine in that 10-mile stretch of the interstate.
So what I don't understand about that is a citizen of a different state, and they're completely following the laws.
Correct.
How in the world does another state can another state be allowed to throw them in jail and arrest them?
Yeah, so hopefully they're going to deal with that too, because that is before the court.
Oh, good, because that needs to be fixed. And to me, that's an interstate commerce thing.
Yeah.
Just like every state
Driving.
allows citizens from other states to
drive.
drive with their valid driver's license through their state, even though they don't match all the same criteria. The same thing with firearms should be.
Yep.
California can have as strict as they want mandates, but if I'm from another state and I go to California, you cannot arrest me because I illegally obtained my guns.
Yeah, I agree. Same with going into D.C.
Correct. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We talked about that. Fires.
Oh, yes, there's. It has been
Who
a wild
started
summer.
fire?
Well,
It was
a lot
always
of people.
burning.
A lot of people, evidently in Utah, 100 and some odd people did already this summer. And then
Yeah, but what was the reason the fires spread so much?
bad forest management.
Can we have a federal law about that too?
No.
Because that's interstate commerce too.
Well,
Your inability to take care of your forest doesn't just affect you as a state, it affects every other state around you. And so you should be federally mandated to manage your forests properly, or you get no federal funding.
well, Trump threatened Canada because Canadian
Well,
fires.
I got that somewhere. No, I
Canadian
didn't.
fires are just blown over the East Coast and just destroying the air quality. So he threatened them.
Yeah, there's a much larger post. I'll have to find it. But yeah.
He threatened them and to increase the tariffs. So they announced today that they're going to buy, I don't remember, $350 million worth of
Oh, he has them
tankers.
under his thumb.
of the air tankers and firefighting equipment to try to help. Well, the one thing that, not the one thing, it's one of the things that makes it so bad is that it's destroying these forests. And even if these forests were killed off, most of them by this pine beetle bug, and they're dead, so they're tinder, right?
And this is why you have wild
If you
forest
harvest the beetle-killed tree within a very short window, I think it's 6 months or something like that, you can harvest the lumber and use the lumber.
but they didn't allow it.
If it waits longer than that, it's only firewood.
Yeah.
And so,
But even still, there's tons of people who like to burn firewood and can sell it.
but not that much as big as Canada is and sparsely
But
populated.
you could still do something
But
with it.
effectively, the way they need to manage it is let the people go in there and harvest the dead stuff,
Yes.
whether
I
it's
agree.
companies or individuals.
Well, that's what
let 'em-
happened in California with that fire. What was
Yeah.
it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They stopped allowing,
Cleaning the underbrush, going in and touching the forest.
but they wouldn't let them. So the United States has enough forests to chop and create enough lumber for the United States and keep it renewable. We import most of our lumber from Canada.
We do 80 some odd percent or something like that, some insane number.
And it's because of rules in like California where they don't allow it anymore.
Oregon, California, Washington State.
Yeah.
Those are the big lumber producers.
Yeah. And so what
And
these
They've shut them down.
these lumber companies would do is they would maintain the roads, and what that does is it actually creates a fire break between the two roads.
Correct.
Right? So there's at least 40 feet between one forest and the other.
Even if it's 20.
Still, they would maintain those roads so there's less fire, and then they would clean up the underbrush because that's part of what they do.
And they had to get in there. You
'Cause
got
they
to
have
get
to
the
get in
underbrush out of the way. You've got to get all the crap out of the way so that
It's
you
kind
can
of like
fell the trees.
it
that
makes
you
me
want.
think of Valley Forge when we used
Yeah.
to live in Pennsylvania. What happened to Valley Forge?
They said you can't hunt deer in Valley Forge.
How many deer are in Valley Forge?
Well, not as many now.
Well, when we're there.
Because they got so many deer that they started getting all of these diseases and wiping out, and deer just falling dead
And
everywhere.
what was their solution?
Well, they said, maybe if we put them on birth control. So they tried putting the deer on birth control. Well, guess what? The deer didn't show up for the birth control pills. They didn't
No,
like
they
to take them.
No.
No, they put it in the feed and they didn't. Obviously, it didn't work. And so they finally decided what they were going to do is they were going to allow hunters to come in, and they had to be certified. They had blah blah blah, all this stuff.
Hunters don't care about that. They want to go hunt, so they're going to get the licenses.
And they ended up allowing like 30 head per hunter.
I bet they were so happy.
And they went in there and cleared, and the next year the deer were healthy because there was plenty of feed. They were starving as well. There's plenty of feed and all this other stuff. So anyhow, it was
humans do good things. Not all the time.
Not all the time, no.
But they do good things.
Yeah, and so Canada's on fire. We were talking about that. Here's some pictures of Canada on fire.
Yeah, so going back to that story. So this is crazy. You should watch the whole video, but there was a train going through on tracks through the fire, and these guys are freaking out inside the cab.
Your oxygen's going to be gone. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it's not a good situation. It is not a good situation.
You could die from suffocation.
How do you know that?
Well, I used to did it. And then the other thing is, because of those fires, Chicago yesterday and New York today has had horrific air quality. And
we get some of that here because of the fires around here, depending on the way the wind is blowing.
But this has been something else today for New York and yesterday for Chicago. It's hazardous to breathe. Literally the air.
The best. Oh, I'll see if I can try it. But
if you could breathe it.
Charlie Barron. I don't know. He's a comedian. He's from the Midwest. If I can find the video, it's hilarious. Him and his friend were doing a video about it, and they're outside playing. What's the one with the boards that you throw the bags?
Oh, cornhole.
But they had gas masks on, and they were like, "It's a great day outside today, Greg."
Oh, because they were out in the smoke.
It's wonderful. It's great. And then the one guy accidentally pulls his mask down and starts coughing and hacking. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna have to take John to the emergency room." It's it is that bad.
Yeah. So
it is that bad. So we got a last couple stories, unless you want to finish up on that at all.
Nope, that's fine.
This one is a favorite of mine because I think it is hilarious and terrible at the same time. So BAM, which stands for Bricks and Minifigs. It's a large corporation that does franchising based in Utah. Last time we talked about it, they stole roughly $100,000 to $200,000 worth of Legos from someone, and a YouTuber was trying to get them back. And their solution, Bricks and Minifigs, the corporation, was to sue everyone involved. And if you know anything about PR, that is the literal opposite of what you do. Yeah. The literal opposite of what you do. What you do, and most of the time you can solve this with like half of what you would normally pay. You go to them and be like, "I'll give you $60,000 if you just go away and say we're good."
Yeah.
And honestly, the guy would have probably said yes. And $60,000 is less than probably what he was due, but he would have taken it and moved on because it was enough.
Correct.
But no, they said absolutely not. So you should go watch the video from Reckless Ben. But this is unsub. They had him on here, and they did an interview with him. And this one's interesting because they have two police officers, one as an ex and one as a current police officer. And so they were talking about the footage that they reviewed from the American Fork Police Department.
Oh, yeah.
And how many times they've violated his Fourth Amendment rights.
Yeah, it's insane. And then plus the judge put a
gag order
on him, which is insane. And then finally he got him to lift it, and so he's finally been able to start talking about it. Yeah, so
we'll go watch his video because he released a third one. And in his video, it's like an hour or something long. He gives you all the video evidence of how the CEO of the BAM franchise is just lying through his teeth every chance he gets. And how the American Fork Police Department, even though presented with overwhelming evidence ignored it all and charged him anyway.
Yeah. So judges normally, Utah may be a bit different in this way, but judges normally view you lying to them very bad.
Yeah,
and they normally are really ticked off about it.
It's weird. It's very weird. So he got on that front, he got the case move out of local court to federal court, which is going to help them a lot.
Right. And that's where the judge is going to be really ticked off
Yes.
at people lying to him.
Yeah.
Or giving false evidence or whatever you want to call it.
I like a little drama, and it's even close to us, so it's a little bit more. And I like Legos.
Yeah, there you go.
And we've shopped at Bricks and Minifigs, which we won't do anymore, because I think their brand is dead.
Yeah.
And if it's not dead yet, it's going to be too soon. Because what I think is going to happen is, if not now, soon, there's going to be a class action lawsuit from the franchisees against the franchise, which is
Because of what
allowed
they've done.
for destroying the brand's reputation.
Yeah.
And that is literally what they did.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
So that's
but
a
you should
little,
go watch this podcast. It's hilarious. Unsub's fun too because it's got Brandon Herrera. He is the new representative in Texas. Just got
okay.
elected, the AK guy.
Yep.
He's on there, and he's got a bunch of other friends who
Cool.
are historians.
Yeah.
They swear a little bit, so as long as you're okay with a little bit of foul language, it's a lot of fun. And then we're going on to the Science Corner,
welcome to the Science Corner.
where we talk about science.
And
What is science? Is Dr. Fauci science?
he said he was science.
No, I don't think he is. All right, what we got? We got, wow, that was a weird little
kind of fun.
refresh there. Oh, and it's going to do it again. All right, we'll start with this one.
We have two stories. One of them is water. Water
Ice,
can
baby.
be hard, and hard water floats and makes big splash.
And yes,
Don't get near big splash.
big splash bad for you.
You can see this boat.
Oh,
It's sitting there, and all of a sudden,
Let me hook back here. See how it, it broke off and then shot into the air.
yep, exactly. And then watch this boat here. It's just sitting there watching. They're just watching. They're watching. And then when it finally calves completely, you can see
The
around
wave
the bottom of
coming.
the boat, they start going. Right about
You can see that wave going
now.
too.
There they go. See that? They're like, okay, now we need to get out of here.
Nature's crazy.
So that was a pretty cool picture.
It is, but ice is weird. It does weird things.
Yes, it does. And
The weirdest thing I find about ice is that it doesn't freeze from bottom up.
yeah, it is one of the unique
almost
structures
It's almost like it's designed that way.
that expands when it freezes instead of contracts.
Yep.
And that makes it so that it doesn't do that. Because if it did do that,
All the fish would die.
all of the oceans, all of the lakes would be frozen on the bottom forever.
Yeah,
They would.
it's very true. Yep. So, and then all the animals in them would die. So
Right, because they'd all be frozen down there.
now I don't know if you've seen, but there are turtles and alligators, I think, that actually get frozen and stuff,
And they can,
and they're fine
yeah,
because they hibernate. Well, it's
but they don't stay frozen for years.
no, they don't. It's only for a season. All right, the last story. This is a fun little thing. It's called an isopod.
It's a pill bug, but they're about a foot long. Isn't that weird? I thought that was kind of cool and weird.
What's funny is a lot of these type of creatures were considered to be extinct,
Yes.
and because of evolution, they didn't exist.
They don't exist. See? They don't. That's just a
It's
video.
not real.
It's yeah. I like how it swims too. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
Its legs.
Flipping out like that.
I guess those are legs. I don't know. They could be paddles for all I know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, thank you
That's-
for joining us in the
Yeah,
Science Corner.
That's all the stories we've got for today.
We do.
Maybe next time we'll try to read some comments on some of our videos.
Oh, we could.
Some of them are mean. We could be.
That's
mean.
okay.
We could be mean back to them.
That's true. We can be mean back.
So like and subscribe if you'd like to like and subscribe, and even if you don't want to like and subscribe,
Get
do
your
it
pill
anyway.
bugs. Get all of your pill bugs in your neighborhood
Exactly.
to like and subscribe.
Yep.
All of them.
Get all the dead relatives that vote in the elections to like and subscribe.
That's true.
Might as well get the illegal aliens too.
Yeah.
Let's secure this channel
Absolutely.
like the Democrats secured the election.
There we go.
All
And on
right.
that happy note, thanks for joining us.